One person, my boyfriend, helped me get through lockdown. Probably would have lost my mind had it have not been for him, and also our puppy Dexter. Hey, this is Lipa, and this is my postcards from lockdown. It's very exciting stuff. What's the biggest thing you've learned from the past year? I guess without getting too deep, I definitely have to say patience. That's something that I feel like, so much of my life and so much of, my work is always about what's the next thing and, constantly going from one place to the other. And this has taught me so much about taking things step by step and becoming really present in, my job and the things that I'm doing, my surroundings, being there for my family and my friends, and all those things have been really important. So that's definitely something that I've learned a lot this past year. What's been your lockdown guilty pleasure? There's actually lots. Sitting on the sofa and not feeling guilty about it at all. A lot of cheese boards. I just sat on the sofa and just eating so much cheese. And I've stopped eating cheese now because it just got to a point where it was too much. But this is not like forever. I'll be back. Can you name one song that will remind you of the past year? I think probably Don't Start Now, because I've had it on loop for the past year in whatever way, shape or form. But I'm a fan of Arlo Parks, and that record's been on repeat for me. But then also going back to Gorillaz and Outkast and those records just in general, I feel like I've been playing a lot of those songs and also falling in love with those songs again. Was there one person that helped you get through lockdown? One person, my boyfriend, helped me get through lockdown. Probably would have lost my mind had it have not been for him, and also our puppy Dexter. He's not a person, but he's kind of like a person. He's more human than most of you. What's the most unexpected thing that's happened over the last year? The pandemic's pretty unexpected. Did not expect that to happen, for sure. That caught me by surprise. How's your relationship with your fans changed over the past year? It's been really interesting, actually, because so much of what I do, I'm always like, oh my God, I just hope I make them proud. And that's been something that's been really important to me. But one thing that I've done, which hasn't been something at the top of my list, was going on Instagram Live or talking to a camera or, and a lot of the time I'd get really nervous about stuff like that because I'd be like, I just find it weird to just talk to a screen. Although there's people on the other side, I just didn't, I didn't really connect with it until this year, where I really felt like I had the opportunity to connect, to talk about the stories behind the music and the songs and, have that kind of closeness. And even on social media, I feel like we've connected a lot more. So that's been really fun. What are you missing most about performing live? I really miss being able to see everyone in person. I miss being able to have that human connection and that energy, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to still, strengthen our relationship online and all that, but nothing's quite as good as, being in person. So I think that's going to be really fun when we're back on the road. How will you feel when you get back on stage? From what I remember, and even while doing, my Studio 2054 live stream, I still had that adrenaline rush and those butterflies and that excitement, and I know that that's how I'm going to feel. But probably a lot more nervous, because now it'll be in front of everyone and not in front of a camera. So I'm ready for that. What will be your opening moment? I don't know yet. I feel like I had my whole tour planned out, before the pandemic started, or before lockdown started, really. I was 1 week away from starting tour rehearsal, so I had everything figured out. And then, because we've done so many performances and we've changed things around, I'll be doing a lot of rejigging. So I'm about to get into all that very soon. Who would you most like to see live when this is over? To be honest, just get me at a festival and I'll just see everyone in one go. I'm just ready to go out in the field and dance and have fun. And I feel like that's how I see artists a lot of the time, is really at festivals. Weirdly, before lockdown happened, I went to 2 shows. I saw Stereophonics and I saw Tove Lo. And still to this day, I'm like, that was the best thing I ever did, that I went to those shows before everything shut down, because now that's all I'm dying to do, is just to go out and dance and see live music. So soon it's coming. What's the one thing you can't wait to do once we're out of lockdown post June 21st? First thing that I can't wait to do, well, hopefully immediately be back on the road performing, but especially recently, I mean, these past couple of years, I haven't really cared to go to a club, but I'm dying to go to a club. I'm just ready to get really sweaty around lots of people I don't know, and just, that's what I'm really looking forward to. So that's the thing that I really can't wait to do. It's just being in a really sweaty club with lots of sweaty people, myself included. Thank you so much. That was my postcards from lockdown. Hopefully we won't have to do something like this ever again, because I'll get to see you in real life and in person. I'm sending you love until then. Mwah.